Welcome, everybody. We are live. It is time for the dirt track at Charlotte Bicknell Pro Late Model Series. It's going to be a fun race. I'm live, of course, with me always here on a Tuesday night. Tony Trapasso. Tony, good to see you again.
Absolutely, Adam. Thanks for having me back in the booth with you. To be here, love this track.
Yeah, now, we was sitting here talking in the pre-race. This is not the biggest field by any means, but I'm going to be honest. We was talking about we should see some great racing, a lot of side-by-side. A place that's not really banked a lot, but it should be. It looks pretty wide from what I'm seeing.
Charlotte, this track does produce three-wide racing a lot in the real world. There's multiple grooves. It's progressive banking.
Right.
Which means it gets steeper the higher up you go, which means you can usually carry a little more speed on the high side. Definitely the low side is, to be the preferred. The low side in the corners is going to be the quick way always, but you can definitely carry more speed, and you can get 2 and 3 wide, 4 wide on a rare occasion if somebody's got the cojones to try it. But, 2 and 3 wide usually is the norm.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking. We see slide jobs, I guess, is going to be a big thing here as well, as I just seen one put on. But right now, Nick Cooper on top of the board with Travis Miller, Derek Moore, who I'm not very familiar with, I don't think, that I am with Derek, in that 91. So it's good to see him. Jamie Porter, Corby Daniels right now in 5th. Like I said, 12 guys right now in here. What do we really need to expect here as far as these heat races go that we got to deal with?
It's going to be a slugfest, plain and simple. As far as this series has gone so far, it's been tight fields all series long. These guys really know how to get after it, and I'm happy to see them moving away from the wing sprint cars.
I agree with that, by the way.
It really puts it in the driver's hands.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I can't wait until we get what Bicknell's bread and butter business is, and that, of course, is the big block and small block Northeast dirt modifieds.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about these cars, you really have to drive these cars a lot more than we did the wing sprints, which I like the wing sprints, don't get me wrong, but I'll be honest, I've had a blast actually calling the pro late model races just because you see a lot more driver skill, I think. Working the brake a little bit, sliding it through the corner is always a fun thing. So qualifying is set to begin here in just a moment as the practice coming down. Once again, Nick Cooper is your fastest with the 15.709 here in the practice, and Travis Miller only 2/100,000th of a second off. We was talking about that, how close the times was as qualifying underway. Is this a different qualifying? Hold on a minute. No.
No, it's still 2 laps.
Okay. I thought it was open.
I mean, if you take a look at the practice times between Nick Cooper in 1st and Corby Daniels in 6th, there's just 60 thousandths of a second.
It's wild.
That's 2 snaps of your fingers.
Yeah, that's hard to believe, especially on the dirt that you're able to be that close. Wow.
Absolutely. I mean, this is just amazing to watch as Tom Richards out on the track right now getting ready to take the green flag for his first flyer.
These guys
posting his first one.
He did post first one. 15.797 P1 right now with Jimmy Porter's second. These guys also do race on Monday as well. This is more of a do I dare to call it a fun series? I mean, I guess
recruitment.
Right, a recruitment series.
This is their recruitment series. Their point series currently runs on Monday nights, and there's talk that after, and Corby's going to be the one that we're going to need to really ask this after the racing's over with tonight. But I believe starting in 2021, they're going to be running points night on Tuesday night.
So that'd be pretty interesting.
Tentatively, that's the game plan from what I've heard. And I'm really surprised at some of the times that I'm seeing get put up right now.
Yeah, I am too.
especially considering that I believe the track is carryover.
It looks like it from what I can tell. It kind of looks like it has. I see a lot of slicked off spots. Watching Nick
20%.
Cooper right now. Okay. So watching Nick Cooper right now, this is going to be the lap I'm interested in. There we go. Nick Cooper goes to the top of the board, 15.752. Not much of a surprise, I don't think, really. Kind of. Matt Yorker also out on the track in the number 13/91. Coming to the start-finish line. He is a newcomer, by the way. I believe. I don't think we've called him maybe once.
Matt Yorker's one of these guys.
Oh, Matt Yorker. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Mark Yorker, but yeah, you are correct. He's been in here plenty of times.
And that's kind of a weird thing to see. We're going to have to deal with 2 number 91s.
That's going to be strange. Yeah, it kind of threw me off at first, too.
Yeah. So bear with us on that one, folks. Might get a little,
Confusing.
Some of us are probably going to
have a heart attack from it. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Heat racing ready to take place now. 7 cars in his first heat race. Nick Cooper going to be rolling us off. Hunter Holberg, Jamie Porter, Tyler Pachelski, Jeffrey Eddy, Travis Miller, and Dean. What was his last name?
Slur.
There you go. So he'll be leading us off in 7th. So the grid is starting to grid up.
And the only reason I can pronounce that is because, if I'm not mistaken, he is from the Buffalo area, and I used to go to Canada. I think. Where are we here?
You ever actually been in Canada?
Quite a few times.
Really? Always found it interesting.
I spent a week in Toronto once.
Really? Did you? I guess they had to check all your stuff at the gate, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, this was before all hell broke loose.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't as bad.
So what we're looking at right now, you are a 0.4 of a mile, a high banked, progressive banked clay oval in lovely Charlotte, North Carolina. And occasionally you'll be able to see the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the big track that the NASCAR guys run on, out in the distance. And you can see the drag strip right behind turn 4.
Oh, perfect shot.
That is the
there.
4-wide. The 4-wide.
The wild place.
Yeah. But behind the main grandstand is the big track.
Right back there.
It's actually across the highway from the big track.
Pretty cool little facility how it's all that close. I guess it's kind of set up like Bristol, except they got a dirt track here. Pretty cool.
Well, Bristol was dirt for
a little bit.
World Outlaw races back in the 90s. But anyways, Nick Cooper going to have the button as field rolls it off into turn number 3. We're getting ready to fire off heat race number 1. 8 laps, 8 transfer. 7 in the... Well, everybody's going to transfer.
Yeah.
So no Conti tonight as the field works its way out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We are underway. Cooper pulls the trigger, and he gets the lead off of Hurlberg going into turn number 1.
You think the low line is going to be the way to kind of do it? We see Nick Cooper taking it. We see the 45 taking second away, but you think the low line will be the way to go early?
Hard to tell as we've got one for a ride going down the back straight. We stayed green, though, but I dare say that early on, you're going to see what we've commonly jokingly referred to as the slide job line.
Right.
Is going to be where you're going to want to be. As you watch Cooper put it on the slide job line going through 3 and 4.
This is a good little heat race 1. I was looking at all the names in there. There's some big names in this heat race, like Travis Miller's in here, Jamie Porter. I mean, there's actually some really good guys in this one.
But yeah, I mean, Porter, Miller, Hurlberg. I mean, those guys normally, the usual suspects, if you will, air quotes, as the battle right now heating up between Porter and Miller for second. Slide job as Porter able to get him back. Miller just bombed it into turn number 1. Lost a ton of momentum coming up onto the cushion, though.
Yeah, and that's something I think we're going to see a lot of. I've already noticed, even from the practice when I came in here, I was a little bit late, but I've seen a lot of slide jobs being put on. So I guess you kind of got to pick when you want to do that.
You're going to have to choose your battles tonight as this one winding down real quick as we're currently working lap 6 of 8.
Watch Miller get a run.
Here we go. Miller backed it into the cushion, get a good run down the back straightaway. Going to take the low line, slides it up, lose a ton of momentum, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Drag race down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
45 is going to slide up in front of him. Watch for another crossover from the 22, side by side off turn 2. as we are coming to the white flag this time. So far, Miller able to hold on to second.
Miller able to hold on to second. And Hurlberg got to be going, dude, you guys got to figure this out quick because I got to go.
Yeah. They figured it out.
Contact.
Wow.
Big jump. That's what you call using somebody up. Hurlberg currently having the spot on the high side, jumps the cushion, drag race to the stripe for second. Give second place to Hurlberg. Nick Cooper coming home, of course, with the victory, and then just wadding 2 cars at the finish line. Travis Miller showing his unhappiness with Jamie Porter as they go into turn number 1.
You said that.
Heat race number 1 in the books. Heat race number 2 lining them up. Adam, who we got in this one?
Thomas Richard is going to be rolling off. Richard going to be rolling off in P1. Josh Goslin will be rolling off in P2. Corby Daniels, of course, as you like to call him. What was it you like to call him? Corned beef, I believe.
Corned beef.
There you go. Going to be rolling off in 3rd. Alan Willis is going to be rolling off in 4th. Derek Moore and Matt Yorker. I seen Alan race yesterday in something. It was another dirt thing, and he had a great night. I cannot remember what series it was in. It was on another series. It was good.
Super late models.
Yes, that's what it was, and he did a great job. So it's cool to see him in here. But you was talking about Hunter Herberg in the last Holberg, should I say, in the last race. Said that he was needing to go, and you said it at the right time. He was able to grab second away, so that's pretty awesome.
Well, there was heavy contact between, Porter and Miller, and that just opened the door wide open for Holberg, and, he was able to capitalize, and that's really what you're going to have to do here tonight, is you're going to have to wait for somebody to step on their own junk, and you've got to be ready to pounce when it happens.
There you go. And
because these guys are that good all through this entire field.
Yeah.
Is stacked
this feels
from
really
top
good.
to bottom.
Usually, you have, not to call nobody out, but you have some guys that hang around mid to back of the pack sometimes. This field tonight is the best of the best that run in this series.
Absolutely. As Tom Richards going to have the button as the field works its way into the 3-4 complex, just creeping their way along right now. Coming out of turn number 4, and green flag in the air. We're underway for heat race number 2.
6 cars involved in this one. Battle right now going to be back in P1 right now. Should I say?
The battle for P1, and don't look now.
Yep.
Where's the beef? Here he comes.
Making contact there with the 51, sliding him up the racetrack. Corby taking away second. Still a battle right there in that second spot, however.
Big battle for second right now between Daniels, Goslin, and Moore as they work their way through turn number 3. Daniels jumps the cushion, has to collect it, almost gets into it with Goslin. Moore not having the run he was hoping for on that low side.
Yeah, I've noticed
Daniels
that as well.
And Goslin just slugging it out right now for that number 2 slot.
And you see the 51 right there trying to look to the inside. Not going to be able to take it just yet as they're still side by side working through the corner. And right there I see the 51 make a small mistake. And Corby going to be able to hold on to that second spot.
Daniels hanging on to the second spot for now as halfway cross flags in the air. Tom Richards showing the lead on this one, a second and a 10th to the good. Daniels finally getting it sorted out for a second. All he's got to do is just keep the wheels under it, as Goslin falling back into the clutches of Moore right now for third. That battle really heating up as Matt Yorker, he's not content running back where he is right now.
Yeah, that's your closest battle right now is that third spot. Looking back at Matt Yorker as well in that 13 car. Currently 5th right now. But right now, still watching the battle for third. Josh Goslin and Derek Moore as 2 laps are shown on the board.
2 to go, and make that white flag this time for your leader, Tom Richards, as he is a second and a quarter to the good over Corby Daniels, holding down a strong second place right now. As Josh Goslin and Derek Moore going to have one more shot at Goslin as they work their way through the 3-4 complex. Give this one to Tom Richards for the win. Corby Daniels hanging on for third. Corby Daniels for second. Goslin for third. Derek Moore in fourth. Matt Yorker 5th, and Matt Wills coming home in 6th. So 13 drivers showing up here tonight, Adam. Definitely it's good to see the quality that we've got over the quantity that we've seen.
Everybody likes a big field. Everybody does. But there's something when you get these smaller fields, especially on these shorter tracks, whether it be asphalt or the dirt stuff, you see better racing. You actually see racing. You don't see yellows. Cautions breed cautions. We know that. You don't see that as much, I feel like. And we could, just from the 2 heat races, we see some great racing a moment ago.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's when you take a look at this field, I mean, Cooper, always strong. Richards, always strong. Holberg, always strong. Corby Daniels is a dark horse that I'll tell you right now, the kids do.
I agree.
Amy Porter, always strong. Josh Goslin, always strong. Travis Miller, never count him out. Derek Moore, not sure about him too much. I don't think he's run a lot with these guys.
I'm not sure either.
Bean Metzler, never count him out. Matt Yorker, definitely never count him out. Pacholski's usually strong. Wills, always strong. And Jeff Eddy, always strong.
So that's going to be something interesting to watch.
13 guys that could possibly win.
Yeah, all these guys are capable of picking up a win. We know that. I mean, let's just be honest.
If you were to drop each one of these guys on this track tonight, different splits in the iRacing official Pro Late models,
they would win.
I guarantee you everybody in this field right now would put it on the podium.
Yeah, easily. And I hate saying it easily when it comes to racing, but it's true.
That's the quality of drivers we are going to be ready to watch tonight. Now, is there going to be beating and banging? Absolutely.
100%. It wouldn't be dirt racing if it wasn't.
Right. But are these guys still going to be friends afterwards?
Yes.
Yes. Are they going to talk mad smack in the post-race chatter that we don't get to hear? Absolutely. But the thing is these are some of, and the thing is, I mean, you've got guys that, some of these guys drive real-world dirt cars.
Yes.
And some of these guys just build them.
Yeah, a lot of them work at Bicknell, like we talked about a few weeks ago. Yeah.
And the guys that don't work at Bicknell work for our other series sponsor.
Yeah, Rival, if I'm not mistaken.
Rival Powder Coating.
Yeah, there you go.
Located in lovely St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. You can find them on their Facebook page.
So that's pretty awesome. Warm-ups are over, as they just decide to kill each other in the back. That's the fun thing about it.
Dog in turn number 3. That's our first, thank God, this is a simulator moment of the night. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, if you want to get involved with the Bicknell Racing Products Pro Late Model Series, you can find them on their Facebook page. Just, hit them up and say, hey, Corby, I'd like to join.
Yeah.
And, you can come run with them on a Tuesday night. That's what Tuesday nights are for. That's to kind of feel out. A lot of these guys are running for points on Monday night. Some of these guys aren't. Some of these guys can't.
Yeah,
because of family commitments or whatever.
One thing I like that we get to broadcast, it's awesome if they came to us to broadcast. We don't have any other dirt leagues on ESPN, so it's really awesome if they offered us to broadcast. And not only that, when we actually took the broadcast, you had no idea that they're actually from your neck of the woods. So that's pretty awesome.
I thought you were messing with me when you said it was the Bicknell guys.
That's pretty awesome. And by the way, Nick Cooper going to the back.
Cooper taking the bounty tonight. Money into the pit. If you could start from the back, there's a little extra bragging rights. So like, hey, I started at the tail end of the field. So that is actually going to hand the button over to Hunter Holberg.
Yeah, we've seen him. I feel like he's going to have a better car in the long run. We've seen his car really come in around lap 5. I don't know if that's really a long run, but around lap 5 or so, his car started coming in the heat race. So I'm going to be curious if it's the same situation here.
Well, we're about to find out as out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck, it's getting ready to make that hard left turn onto pit entry. which is on the back straightaway here. So the only thing that's left to do is grab one more tear off. You're going to pull those belts just a little bit tighter. And, Grandpa, it's time to pop a Viagra because it's time to get it on with the Bicknell Pro Late Model Series here at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Green flag in the air. Oberg pulls the trigger. We are underway.
Well, yeah, where you want some beating and banging, this is where you're going to see it the most. Is we got Corby Daniels, I think, going around. Caution flag not out yet, but it may very well be.
Out. Here it is.
There you go. So he went around early, and that's the thing. We know we're going to see.
Doesn't normally work going into turn one.
No matter the track. There you go. It was just plowing in, and finally it just took its toll. And also, who was that? Somebody else, the 91. One of the 91s.
Which 91?
Yeah, I think it was Matt Yorker, I believe. The 13. Yeah, he got caught up in it.
Yorker. It tore the left front suspension completely off of that car.
So that gives the lead over now to Jamie Porter, able to take the lead using that high line. Hunter Holberg still second. Thomas Richards, Tyler Pachelski still in P4. So not much really changed. We got through a turn, and trust me, we are going to get a green flag. We can promise you that. These guys are too good not to.
And here's the thing: these guys only have 2 fast repairs. Now, last week we were joking that they had unlimited, but they were also doing 100 laps. Tonight we're back to normal racing, only 2 quick repairs, which means if you get wadded, you can pull the one backup off the hauler, and then you can pull the second backup off the hauler. You only have 2 backup cars in the hauler tonight.
Yeah, and that's one thing these guys need to keep in mind as the race goes on. The 90 or the 13 already had to use one of his, so got to be careful. It's still early on right now.
Absolutely, as he is just and race control announcing that the start is going to be on the leaders, so they are going to. There we go.
Battle right now going to be for P2. That is Hunter Holberg and Thomas Richards side by side. Not for long. Oh, never mind. They still are.
I was going to say, we had a big dust up at the back of the field, and I can guarantee you Nick Cooper is going, guys, what are you doing to me?
Yeah, you see Nick right there right now running in ninth. By the way, Travis Miller putting on the fastest lap right now. He's sitting up in 4th.
How about this battle for second right now between Holberg, Richards, and Pachelski? Getting it sorted out at the line. Give it to Holberg as Miller and Richards now slugging it out.
Yeah, I noticed something about the 22 of Miller. He's actually ran a low line quite a bit. How about this? Look at him. He's making ground up on it right now.
This is the thing with dirt racing is you got to go where everybody's not. And right now, everybody's running that high line, and he's actually making that low side work. Yeah. I mean, you got to be a little more careful on the throttle input coming off the corner. But they have reeled in Jamie Porter, and we now have a whole new race starting as Miller and Holberg settled in that one by 2 1/1000ths of a second at the stripe that time for second.
First car just put down a lap or 15-second lap. That was Nick Cooper, who's back in 7th. Battle up front for the lead. Look at this. Here we go. Looks like Travis Miller has moved up to the middle to high line, trying to take the lead away from Porter.
Well, Porter just saw where Miller was running, and he went to the low line. Now Miller's going to have to do it the long way around. But that high line, you're definitely going to be able to carry a lot more momentum. Porter, if he's going to want to keep Miller behind him, is going to have to throw the slide job, and it doesn't look like he's ready to do that quite yet. Here comes Holberg.
And this is about the time where we've seen. Richard. Oh, it is Richard, yeah. In 03.
Yes.
And this is about the time where we're starting to see these cars really come to life. I mean, we're 12 laps in. How about a battle up front for the lead? Travis Miller able to lead that lap. We are coming up on a lap car, so this is going to make things very interesting.
That is, I believe... No, that's Yorker.
That was Dean Metzler.
Oh, that is Metzler. Yep. He's the only one still on the lead lap of the other guys. I believe Eddie's put it on the hauler.
Yeah.
No, Yorker's disconnected.
Yorker is the only one, yes.
Yorker has put it on the hauler, so Metzler right now, he's...
Oh, trouble. 49 in the wall.
He was trying to get out of the way.
Oh, he's having more trouble.
Car.
There he goes.
Again,
he got it that time.
Just trying to get the heck out of the way.
He's just like, please move. Nick Cooper taking away the 4th position. He is moving his way up. 16 laps in, coming to lap 17. He's working on Jamie Porter. He's moved down to the low line as well right now.
Well, I mean, you can kind of see it. It's starting to slick off a little bit down there, but it's only slicking off on corner entry. Corner exit, it looks like it's still got some moisture on the track.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, especially right about there. You can really see it right at the very end of it. Actually, even entering, I've seen a little bit, I believe. But he is going to move up and take away 3rd.
Well, he's currently battling right now with Jamie Porter. Porter
falling back quite a bit.
Hit with a slide job and trying to come back underneath. Not able to make it happen as Cooper just way too strong on that top side. And Travis Miller showing the way right now. Tom Richards now having to deal with Cooper as Cooper just slicing his way through the field.
Yeah, Richards done a good job as well tonight so far, up to 2nd right now. I mean, he's got very fast Nick Cooper right behind him. As you see Miller going to the low side right behind another lap car. I believe that is the 27. No, it is not. It is, who is that?
126 of Jeff Petty.
Yep, you are correct. And he does get around him. Battle for 2nd right now.
And caution's out.
Oh, caution is out as Corby Daniels is slow and is, I believe he actually towed. He flipped upside down.
Yes, he did.
Here's the replay. Did he catch the tire? Yes, he did.
And that was, I was waiting for somebody to do that tonight.
Yeah, it's very close. It's hard not to get it.
For those of you wondering what those are at the edge of the grass, those are giant tractor tires.
Imagine hitting one of
it's
the
basically, it's happened more than one time in the real world.
I bet.
And it's scary to watch. There are multiple real world races where guys have torn the left front suspension completely out of the car. The axle is not there anymore.
That's wild. Now how are they underground? Are they like concrete?
It's a tractor tire.
Right.
It's actually.
Oh, okay. So there's some of it's
buried.
Right. I got you.
And they're filled with clay. Filled with track
you talk
clay.
About some damage.
Yes.
Oh.
It's basically to remind you of track limits.
Oh, I would definitely remind you.
Back.
Corby just got reminded of the track limits a moment ago.
Metzler getting the wave around on 1 to go. I don't think he's going to catch the field, as Travis Miller going to have the button. Turns it loose coming out of turn number 4. Richards goes with him, but here comes Cooper on the inside.
Cooper's going to be the person we want to watch. Look at this. Whoa, good Lord. The 45 and a 39 going at it. It's Hunter Holberg and Jamie Porter, really rubbing on each other. They did work it out pretty quick.
Well, those guys were beating and banging on each other in the heat race. Not really surprised to see him doing it again, as we are still slugging it out. Full blanket over your top 6.
Look at that. What a move by Nick Cooper, sliding it in.
He's about to lose second, though, as Thomas Richard had a great run. Richards just throws it to the low side. Going to try to make it happen as they go down the back straightaway. Miller's still showing the way, as we are 3 wide for 5th.
Yeah, 5th place is getting wild. You see more contact right here, more contact. There they go around in a big circle. The 45 is going to be sitting out in the track, and it should throw a yellow. It does. Jamie Porter went around.
That is one of the scariest moments for a driver.
Looking at head-on traffic.
When you're pointing the wrong way on that one-way street, and here comes the field at you.
It don't matter if it's go-karts, bicycles. That's scary. Like that's one of them pucker moments. and just pray.
Absolutely. That's one of those moments that you kind of borrow a phrase from the Blues Brothers. Our Lady of Perpetual Motion, please don't fail us.
Yeah.
Our Lady of Internal Combustion, please don't fail us now.
That was, especially the speed that they're carrying around some of these places. Good Lord. Seen a wreck like that happen at Bristol Motor Speedway. They was running the Frank, I can't remember his last name, big time racer, races short tracks, and had a 100-car field, and it was basically street stocks pretty much. And the car came off turn 4, got turned around, and the car hit him head on coming off turn 4, and it destroyed the car. I mean, it was absolutely wild, and that goes to show you, it don't matter what kind of race it is, you can get tore up pretty good.
I mean, the thing is,
Frank Kimmel,
when you look at these cars, they look pretty solid. They're not.
Yeah.
That's just lightweight sheet metal, and it's just a skeleton.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to look at one of these cars without the body on it,
that's where all the stuff is.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden technology under the skin of these things, and there's just it's not much bigger than a McDonald's shake straw that's holding the body panel to the rest of the framework.
Yeah.
As green flag comes back out, Miller pulls the trigger, and we've got 9 laps to get this. No, I'm sorry.
33
9 laps.
33 or 40 right now. Nick Cooper going to the high side, and there's a big slide job. Will it be enough? No, it will not.
No, it's not. As Miller I don't think so, Nick. And that just killed all of Cooper's momentum. And here comes Richards.
Yeah, Richards done a good job, honestly, just being there, and that's exactly what he needs to do. This track's actually pretty bumpy going into turn 2. I didn't realize that, especially on that high side.
A name we haven't talked a lot about tonight is we've got a caution again.
Let's see. I don't know where this one is. I'm going to be honest. Maybe Tyler Pachelski? Let's see if we can see it. Yes, that's who it was. Him and... Oh, he just went around by himself. Nobody else was involved, so there is your caution. So basically, we're going to have a quick little dash, pretty much.
Absolutely. As can Miller hang on? Let us know what you guys think in the chat.
Yeah.
And while you're there, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.
Share.
Do whatever you want to do. Share it. Let us know in the chat. Who do you think is going to be able to hold on for the win? Now, Cooper's been strong. Miller's been strong tonight, too. He's been able to hold off everything that Nick Cooper's thrown at him, but Cooper's had to charge his way from the back of the field.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, I think Cooper may be a little bit faster, but Miller, with these, in a way, I kind of think it plays out in his favor a little bit with this late race start. I don't know, though.
Oh, that's the thing. Miller's got the button.
Yeah.
And we've seen it time and time again. Control of the restart is
huge,
all important, especially on a dirt side.
We're about to find out.
The thing you got to watch out for is Travis Miller going to try to what they call Texas to start, where you start to go and then stop and then stack the field up and then go.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
No, that wouldn't be a good idea. He's not doing it. He just turns it straight, pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. Tom Richards trying to go with him, and Nick Cooper holding down a strong second place, but they are 5 wide for 5th.
Got 3 laps to go, coming to 2 to go. Oh, 22 got the tire barrier, and here comes Richards around the outside. Thomas Richard to the lead. Wow.
Richards to the point as there
was...
and Miller pointing the wrong way. Green, white checker, my friends.
Holy cow. Miller got that tire like we've seen Corby get a few moments ago. And then this happened. He slid up in front of the 39 and really nowhere for Hunter to go. And around it goes Travis Miller after leading most of this race. How about Thomas Richards and Well, now there's Josh Gosselin up in it as well.
They were able to, get around the trouble as Gosselin has had his own problems as the lights go out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck, and we are going to have green, white, checker.
So we're getting ready to go. As green, white checker is about to come out, Thomas Richards able to squeeze by after that big wreck that just happened.
Oh, these guys are not happy with each other.
Really?
Yeah, as the 45 of Porter just got into it with Pachelski.
Ooh, that's interesting. You don't see that very often.
They're just beating and banging at each other going through 3.
Oh, we're getting ready to go back green as we wait for the pace truck to drop off. And there it goes. So here we go.
Truck is in. Richards is going to have the button. He's got to hold off a hard charge in Nick Cooper and a hard charge in Josh Gosselin. To pointed straight, pulls the trigger. We are back underway. Green flag is out. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, and Thomas Richards trying to hold on, but Nick Cooper looking fast as he looks to the inside. And he's going to try to get down low, slide up. Nick Cooper trying to hold on. White flag going to be out.
Drag race. Oh, Gosselin just held up Richards just a tick. Might be enough to let Cooper get by as they race. White flag is out. Checkered flag in the air. Cooper's just got to keep it off the wall. Here we go. Yep. Cooper holds on for the win, and Gosselin by 1/1000th of a second for third.
I guess Derek Moore, I think, which is maybe not a newcomer, but doing a good job either way. How about Nick Cooper, man? Start from
absolutely.
Well, that's why I wanted to start last.
Back to the front. Yeah, that was wild. As we're waiting for the stragglers to make it into the Discord server. Who do we have? Let's reach out to. Well, here's the thing. We do have our first runner-up who was in control of the restart. That was a hell of a finish. Able to hang on for second. Adam, I believe you're with Tom Richards right now.
Thomas Richards, Adam Chapman, Tony Trapasso, Booth, you got us?
Yes, I'm here.
Man, talk us through that race. There was some contact up in front of you. You shot the wide side, able to take the lead away. Gave it up a little bit there at the end, but that was a wild one.
Yeah, for sure. It was tough with Nick Cooper. He's very a good driver, and I tried to finish first, but I finished second, so it's good.
Yeah, that was fantastic. We noticed that the lanes was switching back and forth to the high side, to the low side. Which lane did you prefer? It looked like the high side was the more dominant, but we did see the low lane making some time up as well.
I think in the corner 1 and 2, it was better. The upside and the 3 and 4, it was on the low line.
For sure. Tony, any questions for him?
Just Tom, great watching you drive all night. Great race, great performance. Congratulations on the podium. I know it's not the finish you were hoping for, but all things considered, you put on a hell of a drive tonight, sir.
Thank you, and I want to thank Richard Gross Racing Team to support me every live on Facebook and every week.
Hey, man, honestly, great drive tonight, and congratulations. Thanks a lot,
Thank
buddy.
you.
I'm showing some on me. So that was Tom Richards, your first runner-up, and joining us now, just late getting to the Victory Lane celebration, the man, the myth, the living legend, Mr. Nick Cooper, from the back to the front and back to the front again. Nick, congratulations on the victory, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That was a hard-fought one.
Talk us through what was going on early on when, I mean, those guys that were beating and banging for 6th, 7th, and 8th, it had to have flustered you a little bit.
Yeah, it made me a little bit nervous, but I know there was time, and you got to have patience. you got a long race and got to think ahead of time. And so it's basically all I did was just kind of played the time a little bit, kind of be patient and hope for the best.
Well, we saw.
Go ahead. Sorry. One thing that I seen that you did that you kind of backed off a little bit later in the race. You did a couple slide jobs where you slung it in maybe a little bit too deep. Then you kind of backed it off especially on the exit. It looked like you was backing the power down a little bit to be able to get better control of the car. Did you make an adjustment when you was doing the slide job later in the race?
Yeah, the lines were changing on the track, so you kind of had to change it up a little bit and make sure you didn't get the car too sideways. But yeah, it was just a focus of getting the power down when I got it completed.
For sure. What's it like, man, working, like, you started from the back. Of course, that was your choice to start from the back. What was it like working up through the field?
It's fun, but scary at the same time, obviously. But it makes you a better driver because you work in traffic and you know that you qualified up front, so you got the speed. You just gotta. It's more of a getting better in traffic type of thing. That's why I like doing it. For sure.
Tony, any questions for him?
Just Nick, congratulations on the another victory. It was fun watching you carve through the field tonight, sir. Found a way to make it happen.
You appreciate it.
Any shout outs you want to give out?
I gotta give a shout out to D1RT, Bicknell, obviously. Firehouse Subs, it's all my real sponsors for the real car, and you guys in the booth, and Corby, and everybody that's part of this.
Hey, them subs are awesome, by the way. Good job out there. We'll move him back up, and congratulations once again to Nick Cooper picking up P1 here tonight. And who do we got next?
Adam, while we're waiting for our third place driver to get sorted out, we're going to reach out to the man that led the most laps tonight and unfortunately got caught up in someone else's junk. That's, of course, Mr. Travis Miller.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good, man.
Heartbreaker tonight, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, ran the talent in 3 and 4 and caught the Uke tire and almost took me and Nick out, and then just was running the slick and got a little too sideways and sent the car in a circle after Hunter kind of got into the back of me there, but my fault. Just sucks. Oh, well.
Well, it was still fun to, watch you guys do what you do, and, how slick did that low side become towards the end of the race?
It actually wasn't that bad. It was really good at the beginning in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 kind of faded after about 5 or 6 laps. But 3 and 4 was in there until I'd say about the last caution, and then the top was really dominant in 3 and 4. I could see Nick behind me when I was leading. He was gaining on me a little bit at the top in 3 and 4, but it was a line that I preferred, and I think I could have had the win or just been in second if I didn't make a mistake there.
How much did the track change over the course of the 40 laps? I know that there was a little bit of carryover from practice and qualifying and all that, but how much did the track change for you?
A lot, actually. The top in 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 got a lot more slicked out. You kind of had to finesse the pedal a little bit in 1 and 2, and not as much in 3 and 4, but the bottom was pretty much the same until about halfway through the race, and then it got real slick where if you missed your mark, you were going to spin your tires really bad.
For sure on that one. Tony, anything else you got for him?
Just Travis, I know that was definitely not the finish you were hoping for, but looking forward to seeing you next week, bud.
For sure, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And that was the man who led the most laps. Heartbreak of the night going to Mr. Travis Miller. And joining us now, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer of the Bicknell Racing Products Pro Late Model Series. Of course, we are talking about Beef himself, Corby Daniels. Corby, hell of a run you had in the heat race. I was looking forward to seeing you finally have your breakthrough run. Talk us through if somebody wants to join this league, what steps do they need to do?
Yeah, definitely. So if you're interested in joining the league, just search for our page, the BRP iRacing Series on Facebook. Like the page, send us a message there, or you can personally message me, myself, or any of the other admins on the page, and we'll get you the information you need to join. We do require that you run 2 non-points races with us before you get to run in the points series, but then you're welcome to run any other event that we put on during the week.
Sounds like a plan. And one of the guys that just recently did that, of course, we are talking about the guy rounding out our podium tonight, just finally able to get the mic over to him. That, of course, is Mr. Josh Goslin. Josh, congratulations on the podium in your first night that on TV with the Bicknell series. Hello, Josh.
Y'all hear me?
There he is.
We can hear you now.
Alright.
You're good, man. Hey, tell us what it was like being out there. This is the first time we got to see you over here. Tell us a little bit about what it was like driving out there tonight.
Pretty rough, but it was fun. I'll tell you that much. As soon as we got the groove going, it was battle for it.
For sure. What was the track? How much did it change for you? We just talked to Thomas Richards a minute ago, and we talked to a couple of these other guys. How much did the track change for you as this race was going on? I mean, you was pretty much sturdy and steady up front all night.
It wasn't too much. Mainly the high line was the best line with y'all. But if you can get the low line working, good way to pass.
For sure on that. Tony, you got any questions for him, man? I'll take it as another. I think Tony's having mic issues as well. Either way, man, any shout-outs? Oh, there he is. Tony, you got any questions for him?
Josh, just congratulations on the podium. Looking forward to seeing you in the future with the Bicknell late model series.
Good to have it.
You got any shout-outs or anything like that you want to give out?
It's kind of solid race and joined up.
For sure, man. Hey, good job tonight. All right. That was a little quiet on my end. I hope anybody else had problems with that? Like, was he quiet on his end?
It was a lot quiet on my end.
Okay.
That's why I muted my mic so you could turn him up.
Yeah, I was like, I hear him.
Yeah, no, Adam, that was awesome action all through the night. I mean, like we talked about, it may have not had been the biggest field that we've seen, but the quality of racing we saw all night long tonight, that was something that please, sir, may I have some more? That was amazing racing all night long.
Yeah, it's something I've kind of come to expect from these guys. Over the past, like, when we did the sprint series, I get it. Sprints are fun. I like watching them. But ever since we made the switch over to the late models, these guys have honestly put on a show. I'm just going to be honest. They have honestly, the racing's been perfect. Like, we've seen some great battles every week. I mean, when you go 3 or 4 wide in a late model, it's wild. So I love it, man.
Absolutely. And, just the action that these guys are able to put on, like you touched upon. And like we were talking with Corby just a couple minutes ago, if you want to get involved in this and you're a member of the iRacing servers, just go onto the Facebook page, BRP iRacing Series, and just like the page and say, hey, I want to get involved. Just, shoot Corby Daniels our message, and we'll get you added on to these Tuesday night races. And you can say, hey, tell your friends, I was on TV. Florida.
Is that anything else you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and don't forget the challenge that we've got going on right now. 3,000 subscribers on our YouTube page, and Byron Rodney, Sam Cooper Bennett, and myself will all be getting tattoos of the ESBN logo put somewhere appropriate.
Get on your butt cheek. Don't even lie.
I'm not. No. I've already got the. I'm thinking my shoulder, but
there you go. Sam would probably get on his butt cheek. Anyway.
Anyways, but
that's going to do it.
That's going to do it for us this week, I think.
Yeah, that'll do it for us.
Adam, do you have a broadcast tomorrow night?
I do not. I know the.
I do.
You got the big one starting back up tomorrow.
We're back. You could join me tomorrow night for the Top Fuel Racing Series as they make season number 11 happen live from the Homestead Miami Speedway. You can join myself, Tyler Vickery, and Frank Marchese in the booth for that one. And then you've got some stuff going on Thursday night, I believe.
I got one. Red Sox recently just ended, so we got the Legacy Cup cars that we're going to try to get in. Hopefully they got enough people because they're trying to make sure they don't have to cancel the season. So hopefully that's still going on. Todd does a great job for the Strictly Street stock, so I expect it to be good. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
And then you can also join Sam, Frank, and myself for the Die Hard Racing Series. And we will get you guys in the next one, I believe. And Adam, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight.
Yes, sir. As always, y'all have a great night. Take care. We'll see y'all soon, and God bless.